Hello, my name is Rolfe and I'm president of the Institute for Creative Solutions. And this is my weekly presentation about vibrant health through natural living, sharing foundational concepts for great health throughout life and to lengthen your life and quality of life. What I want to talk about today is labels. When you go to shop, you want to look for things that say organic. This means there are no GMO ingredients, that's genetically modified ingredients, and sustainable farming practices have been used without pesticides and herbicides that stay in the food, and some composting, hopefully, and organic material for fertilizing, and natural ways of controlling pests and unwanted herbs, that weeds. So also you want to go for whole grains and minimally processed foods, and if you want to cook them or process them, take them home. They're much cheaper if you buy them as they come from nature or packaged minimally. And one of the key things is to be able to read the ingredients. Are they foods that your great-grandmother would recognize? Or are they chemicals or altered sugar, altered protein, preservatives, colorings, flavorings, technical chemical names that don't sound like food, because that means they're not food. The body's not going to recognize them as food. So you want to minimize the list of ingredients. If there's a whole list of ingredients, then they've really worked hard to make the food taste or look or act the way it does, but it's not going to be easy for your body to recognize. Another thing, I'm a lawyer and it helps to be a lawyer to read labels. Consider if you're buying bread and it says made with whole wheat bread or made with 100% whole wheat bread. That just means that there's some whole wheat bread or 100% whole wheat bread in the bread. If it's made with, that just means that's one of the ingredients. It needs to say 100% whole wheat bread. And then turn it over and look at the ingredients, and if it has anything else added, then it's not 100% whole wheat bread. If it has any other kind of maybe white wheat flour or other kinds of grains in there, then it's not 100% whole wheat. But usually if it says 100% whole wheat, it is all wheat bread. Now, of course, they do use yeast and sometimes they add milk. There may be some sugars in there to help the yeast grow. There may be some kinds of flavorings, but if you want 100% whole grain, it needs to say that, not just made with. Okay, so those are some of the tips today for reading your labels, and it's best, if you can, to just get the fresh fruits and vegetables and process them at home if you want. But I don't recommend bulk buying of seeds and nuts because they do go rancid in regular exposure to air. So you want to get pre-packaged seeds and nuts in a vacuum seal. It's too bad because I'd rather not have these plastic packages coming into my house, but it's safer than having rancid nuts and seeds. And same with any whole grains. You want them to be pre-packaged in sealed containers. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you, and talk to you next week. Have a great one.